Welcome back to another episode of This Is Kaya. Oh yeah, and we are actually, well, doing dailies. Yeah, I know. It's always dailies, isn't it? But there is a little bit of background grinding I did, and yeah, these are for some reason the few tasks that I still have to do for the day, and I'm kind of annoyed about the fact that there is like those icons showing up, and yeah, I like my maps clean as much as possible, and I don't like it every time when there's like new stuff popping up or whatnot. Something interesting happened as well. As someone may have noticed, there are a few more characters in here because and also very, very special ones. This one, for example. Because I did some wishes, and it actually took a very, very, very long time to get Albedo. It's probably one of the last few instances where this happened. Okay, and the dude is gone. Too bad about that, though. Too bad. Okay, there's still this challenge thingy. This was actually the main reason why I wanted to do that, because no, this is the wrong button. Come on, open up. There we go. Because this thing here is only available for the next 10 hours or so. So it would be nice to get as many challenges finished as possible. And I have absolutely no idea how difficult this is. And of course, there's like all of those thingies. Oh, and there's also this one. 2 days to go, Ganyu and whatnot. I could also do this real quick. But yeah, every time I just start, another day in this game, I basically have my routine pretty much done. Which is, go to the smithy, get the items that I put in there from before, but I don't think there's anything in there. Yeah, because I was grinding for more of those ore thingies. And I usually put them in there once I, have a need for them for a quest or whatever. Or if I need the ore specifically. But I don't just put this in willy-nilly, kind of, so that I can maximize its effects. That would be just something to keep in mind. And also, it's actually a really good idea to just buy everything from those vendors here, just in case. Like, all of the items here, all of the recipes, whatever, you can just take them. Recipes. Oh, by the way, recipes, yeah. There's some stuff about that too. Bollocks, I have to get the last one. There we go. Too bad that there's no buy everything button. It would make things much easier. Anyway, this is a really good way of getting all of the potatoes, wheat, milk, whatever, that you need in order to make good meals. Because it's not always possible to do that. Because sometimes you run out of jelly, sometimes you run out of whatnot, right? Like these crafted ingredients, like in-betweeny kind of ingredients. And if you have the right requirement, of course, like adventure rank, something, you can, of course, get those recipes. And then you can make, well, really, really, really special thingies. And also for now, what I have to do is, see that? Really, really nice thingy. Revives the select character. Oh, now we got a tier 3 revival thing. What's this? Decreases stamina depletion. Oh, for 900 seconds. That's like 15 minutes. Nice. Like 300 seconds. This is attack. Okay, revive selected party member. All party members attack for 5 minutes. Okay, like 300 seconds. Who thinks in terms of 300 seconds? That's no one. Oh, and almond can be bought from the Liu shop. And this is something that I didn't do because Liu is an area that I have to explore first. And this is something that I would really like to see happen in, well, episodes and whatnot. I don't need to do that, but I do like to have some regeneration thingies. It's just... The numbers are the same, right? Of this one and of this one. But this one here uses butter and pepper. Well, pepper can be easily obtained, but butter has to be crafted. For most of the time. So what I like to just... Okay, this one is the same thing, basically. But this one uses 4 different ingredients, whereas this one only uses 3 different ingredients. And this one even uses a much higher amount. So it's kind of like a... strange thingy, really strange thingy. What do we have here? Restore so and so much, maximum HP, and of course this one regenerates HP over so and so many seconds. Now the question is, what's better, right? Like this one uses meat, and bamboo. Maybe they want to bind onto things, whatever. I don't want to do the cooking process for far too long. Actually, do we get... No, sometimes you get to choose a special effect for the different dish. But you only see this if this little circle thingy here is glowing. For example, if you do... Which one was it? This one here. Then it starts blinking. This one basically tells you, oh, we can make a special dish with a certain character. I actually thought that there's a cooking... character that's just able to craft everything very, very specially, whatever. Maybe like so and so, like 10% higher regeneration or something like that. But yeah, these meals are basically all the same. And I don't really use buff food that much, for that matter. Yeah, that's just the thing. The problem is this meal here is one that I use very often to heal up and whatnot. So I always run out of it because it's really good, and it can be crafted in huge amounts fairly quickly, except maybe for the gem or whatever. So yeah, you know what, let's just craft all of it until all the gem is gone, and then I can put all of the sweet flowers into the gem again, make more of those. Yeah, let's cook, I don't know, maybe all of it. Yeah, why not? Sugar also has to be processed, but let's just make half of those. All right. Yeah, 70. I'm just looking at the owned amount here, and if this is somewhere above 50, then and also like the ingredients are decent-ish. If this is somewhere around that, then I'll just craft that. Except for the crabs. For some reason, it's really difficult to get crabs in this game. Wait a minute. Why did I all of a sudden get... Mine 10... that's one of those dailies. Okay. Mine 10... I did not mine 10 times. That's weird. Maybe... no. Mining levels up like mine 10 times is if you get the ingredients. In this case, if you talk to him and get all of the thingies from the queue or whatever, I don't know, either this or something else happened. And also, the character itself, right? It's not 1,600, no, it's 16,000 adventurer rank. That is a little bit of a surplus, right? Yeah, let's claim some adventurer rank rewards. This one, for example, is claimed. And this one here is some Ascension stuff. Yeah, Ascension quest, and we get some nice rewards for that too. That's perfect, but it's only a one-time thing. What do we have to do? World quest. Adventure rank, Ascension 2. Guild has posted an emergency relic commission. The performance of the adventure that takes up the challenge will affect their ranking within the guild. Take your next step and whatever towards the stars in the abyss. Well, yeah, up through the abyss. That's also a pretty good thing to do. The dailies, well, yeah. When it comes to the battle pass process. Because this is something that I want to keep in mind here. I want to level this up to at least 30. I won't be able to reach 40 on this one anyway. If not even 50. Because I will run out of time. But at least this one would be nice to have here as well. So I need just a bonus 1,200-ish kind of experience for this. These two are okay in order to do that, and then I just have to figure out either do the domains or use the original resin, or maybe even spend... Oh, that's actually not that much more that I have to spend. I can just go into the in shop or whatever and just buy some items. That's pretty easy to do. So it says enter the ruins. That's great. the ruins are up here, and I would say that they're basically not that easy to achieve. Oh, free the Liu keys from that. That's neat. Ascend, clear the ruins. Yeah, I don't know about the ascension difficulty for this mission. And I have at the moment 4 different players in here, right? One of them, this guy, is the special one from the previous wish thingy. And yeah, let's just for numbers game, right? I use the normal wishes that you can obtain, well, by going into the shop and buying it through primal gems and whatever. I don't know if this has any effect. I hope not so. But yeah, it refilled to a decent amount ish. But yeah, there's still much more to do. And there are also a few more characters that are obtained doing that. And let's see, like I stopped using or doing the wishes once I got the Albedo, right? This is why he also has absolutely no progress, talent, whatever. But yeah, that's just it. This is really difficult. So and with him, right, there were also 3 other characters that are able to roll, right? Because every time you use the wish, you get a 4-star character, I think. At least one, right? Every 10 wishes or something like that. So it can be Sucrose, it can be Fischl, it can be Bennett, and it also can be Albedo. There's just a little bit of an issue with all of that, right? Because it's not that you get Sucrose once, Fischl once, and Bennett once, and then the, fourth one in this case is Albedo. Now, it will actually be a little bit more annoying than that. And I know my luck, I know my numbers, I know that it does not work out ever. That's why let's have a little look at the talents here. Because, was it the talents or what? No, it was Constellation. There we go. Because some of those characters have their Constellation material also. Like, that makes them actually really good picks for maybe character exchanges or whatever. I just don't want to get rid of Amber because having a burn effect on the enemy is quite useful. But in this situation, I would just, I think I would just exchange Lisa and Amber with Fischl and Bennett, and they would just switch kind of, right? Like fire with electricity and electricity with fire. One of them is close range, the other one is long range. In this case, of course, Lisa is kind of a long range character. That's why it makes it so special-ish in a way, because I would lose another one. But I don't really use her abilities as a long-range thingy, not really. It just looks long-range, but it's not really long-range. It doesn't really feel that way. Anyway, it's a nice electricity trigger. So let's go into the constellations and see how many I got. So yeah, let's just count the characters. 1, 2, 3, 40 times, 40 wishes, right? 40 wishes plus constellations. Now let's look into this. We got 1 constellation for Sucrose, 50 wishes. We got 3 constellations for Fischl. What did I say? 50 wishes. 50 and 3 makes 80 wishes. There's nothing in here and of course nothing in there. So for me, it was 80 wishes until I got Albedo. There is actually a hidden safeguard in the wish system that lets you obtain the character. In this case, it would be Gunyu or whatever, if you hit the 100 wish mark, right? But me going for the 80, I think this, says something. Anyway, the details. Yeah, this is just the thing. Like, if you get a 4-star or higher, your chances of obtaining these and this one here are 50%, right? 50% you get one of those, and the other 50% is this one. But you have to get to the chance of 4-star to begin with. That's why it's so strange. So something in here tells you 100 wishes or whatever. So yeah, there we go. This sentence over here for the event adrift, and the name changes, of course, because it's always a different event here. Actually, adrift in the harbor. That's the name for the wish thingy, but only the first word is actually highlighted in blue. That's weird. Because this one here also does not just highlight the first part of the name, like the whole thing, including the hydro component. Anyway, yeah, what was I? There is so much guarantee to win a 4-star item super. At least once per 10 attempts. There we go. That's the thing. Probability of winning 4-star items through the guarantee is 99.4%. And probability of winning, yeah, a 5-star item through the guarantee is 0.6%. That's really strange, right? That the guarantee in this case is giving you an awfully high chance to win a 4-star character for 99.4%. That's just weird. Because this is not the real chance for this. It's actually a different one. This is how duplicated characters are handled. In this case, you get a constellation and a little bit of glitter or whatever. And in here, yeah, this is the actual, like, you have to scroll down in order to get to the real drop rates. 0.6% every time you do a wish. And this one here, 4-star, like 5.1%. That's the actual percentage. Or actually, yeah, including guarantee. In this case, this would be the real one, and the guarantee just gets this higher probability thingy into place, right? But it's, in this case, it would be just much higher to be obtained. So yeah, an awful lot of weapons, and this is the main stuff that you get from wishes. Usually everything is full with 3-star weaponry, and you get 1 4-star character. If you are lucky, sometimes, only sometimes, you do get 2 4 or 5-star characters, right? Only sometimes. And with sometimes, I mean, it does not happen that often. That you should expect this to happen, right? It's like only every now and then. Every now and then seems like it happens fairly often, and it doesn't. So anyway, the wish happens like that. Everything is full of 3-star weaponry, and of course you get the guarantee for a 4-star character once every 10 wishes. And you have to repeat this endless amounts of times until you hit this magical 5-star item or character in this situation. Yeah, let's quickly go into the history, because that would be interesting. So that's good. It only shows you the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wishes. And I had some like thingies open, and I used this one just afterwards. There we go. See that? One, another one, nothing. Another one. Well, you don't get nothing. It's just because this list is just all over the place. It should be a much greater list, so you see more wishes at the same time. Perception 4-star, which is one of those constellation items, whatever. And then you only have like another official, another sucrose, and that's pretty much it. This is this is just abysmal. This is why I don't really like luck dependent games, or at least I don't. Well, it's just this. I've noticed this a bunch of times. Like, I have a slight feeling like my life is kind of like those RPGs with a character that has really bad luck. It's like you have a luck slider, and for some it's further to the right, and for me I was like, yeah, maybe I should go with intelligence instead. And that's just the expected outcome. Anyway, it kind of just feels like that, because at some point Albedo had to come, right? It was with the last wishes. I almost ran out of wish material for that, right? Last one. And then I was like, fuck it. Not possible anymore. And thank goodness I got in with the last wish, because I was actually getting a little bit mad about that. Because this was the only character, or is still for that matter, the only character that not just looks kind of cool, but also plays kind of cool. And and also has an interesting backstory, right? This is the yeah, what is he? Profile. There, a genius. And I'm like, yes, geniuses. They're so going into the group, whatever. Where was I? Yeah, known as the Crider Prince, and also the name itself, right? Ah, come on. He's the chief alchemist and captain of the investigation team of the Knights of Favonius. Sweet, sweet, sweet. But what can he do? Because his abilities are actually quite interesting. The normal ones, of course, yeah, you can hit 5 times. Yeah, that's the... the numbers here are actually not that high to begin with. The percentages here is like 30, 30, 40, 40, 60, right? If I would compare this with him, this is like 50, 50, 70, 70, 90. When it comes to damaging numbers for the skill, like absolutely not useful to use as a physical kind of character, but his strengths lie somewhere else. Yeah, charge attack. Oh, that's interesting. Plunge damage for some reason is at 60, but I think the numbers are not that high because I didn't use any ascension on him. Maybe every time you have to do the ascension, the numbers climb up as well. So let's just look at the 5 hit damage, and that's like 62%. And if this one increases by 5 or 10% every time I do the ascension, then I know that those numbers go up as well. These ones may not do this. But yeah, this solar ISO Toma thingy is just really cool. It has a, you can cast it kind of thing. And every 2 seconds, it can generate one of those transient blossoms, and they deal additional damage. The transient blossom thingy does 134 defense damage. The duration of the skill is 30 seconds, but you can use it every 4 seconds, right? And for the whole duration where this thing is on the ground, it creates stuff. Like, this is the thing that happens, and you have a strange kind of area in it. And the area has an additional effect as well. Like, every time you hit an enemy in this area, doesn't matter which character, they get an additional bonus geo damage. And this is really cool. So you use the Albedo character here. You place one of those flowers down, and then you use it as a buff circle for all the other characters. And that's cool. And then you can do something different here. You can step onto it, which is really cool. A lift. Much, much cooler than... actually, it's much more convenient than the main character's... circular thingies, like those boulders you can place. First of all, they're just in the way, whereas this one just stays there and you can walk over this, and you can use it as a lift to get even higher height. Like the height on this one is, I don't know, like 1.5 times the boulder, or maybe even 2 boulders, I don't know. 1.5 times boulder, maybe a bit more. You can use it many more times, right? And of course you can do the strike down for that. That is just absolutely cool. And the style of this character, that was also something that kind of gave it away for me. It's like, look at this move, that's the power move, see that? Bam! That's the... Yeah, that's that is like, that's real fencing, right? Because usually what you do is you either have your left hand, because you don't use it when fencing, you either have it behind your back or somewhere at head height, but still behind you, right? It's like really interesting. Kind of like this here. Hand is up there, but it's more like pointing upwards. But this is just such And then you have this. See that? Boom, boom, fling. He does a spin and an upwards, like he is. That is just so cool. It looks amazing. And then of course you have your kind of lunge forward, completely different to this one here. First of all, he strikes a different kind of way, right? He starts with the downward swing, whereas he starts with the leftward swing. See that? It's really interesting. Left, right, like left, and the third one goes upwards. So we go with down left, horizontal right, upwards, and yeah, spin thingy, spin slash. Whereas he has a right, left, upwards right. This is the same one. But he has far higher movement in his ability. Like he goes down, like see that, bam! The whole body kind of turns around again, because he leans forward, right? Like, as if he's trying to reach something. bam, bam, maximum this, and then you have this dash thingy. So he's much more energetic when it comes to this, whereas this dude here, the Albedo, it's like bam, bam, bam. He always stands upright, right? Or most of the time, right? Like this is of course falling down kind of thing, because that, and it's also pushing you forward, whereas he stands straight for this move. That's really interesting. Actually, the second strike is more like this one. The second strike is like Albedo's first strike. Same thing. Yeah, it is. I think this is even the same animation. I just copy pasted that. Bam. Wait a minute. Yeah, and then you have, of course, your swing afterwards. Oh, by the way, swing. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he has some strange teleportation ability, which is cool. And he has a nice little swing afterwards. It's just really neat. But yeah, this is the small things that actually not necessarily make this the perfect thingy. Interestingly enough, for this character here, is that his abilities scale with defense, as most of those Geo characters do. But what is this? Like charge attack, yada yada yada. 5 attacks here, charge attack, da 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 da, launch prep. Okay, this damage, I don't know, maybe if it even goes higher than this. But yeah, back to the defense scaling. The Transient Blossom thingy scale with defense, so this character gets better with the Transient Blossom damage when he has higher defense. And yeah, the Isotoma will generate Transient Blossoms, which deal AoE Geo damage, and delta scales of Albedo's defense, da 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 da. Take damage. The Solar Isotome will generate. Yeah, and this is the thing that triggers the bonus damage. Like you hit the enemy, somehow, and they have, as long as they are in this AoE range, they can trigger this Transient Blossom thingy. This one does damage, and this one scales with defense. That's pretty sweet. So this character is more like a buff character, and I like buff characters. I just love that. When a character is located at the locus of the Solar Isotoma, this is the lift thingy, will accumulate Geo power to transform crystallized platform that lifts the character up to a certain height. Only one crystallized platform can exist at a time, meaning you can't have two lifts, like a lift and a lift. And also you can't have two of those flowers at the same time. They just vanish. Only one Solar Isotoma created by Albedo can exist at a time, and it is considered a Geo construct for all that matters. And yeah, back to that thing. The good part about this skill is it only has 4 seconds cooldown. And it's a skill. I really love characters that can use their skills on a more regular basis, so I'm not bound to something like this, for example, where you have to wait. No, wait a minute. What's the bloody cooldown on this one? This one doesn't seem to have a cooldown. Yeah, this one has no cooldown. You can basically spam it all the time, but I think it had a cooldown. No, yeah, CD. The press CD, if you spam it 1 second, that's pretty sweet. That's why I liked her. But the holding down cooldown is 16 seconds. And this is like really mean, because this one does an awful lot of damage. But at the same time, you also have to invest a few seconds, let's call it that, into holding it down to begin with, right? Like you hold it down and you wait and wait and wait until the circle grew to a certain height or a certain width, whatever, that you can use it again. This one here, 6 seconds. I use it because I just love the lower cooldown on it. Base cooldown 5 seconds, that's why I use him for damage stuff. Her puppy, okay, cooldown 15 seconds, so it's more like, this thing here is not used, or should not be used as a means to deal additional damage. It has an ability that you can hit the bunny on the feet, but once you have this bunny trigger here, the second constellation, then it does a little bit more damage. But the main reason why you have bunny on, the Baron bunny on the field is so they can act as some kind of decoy, and the bunny has a certain aggro range, so that means the enemy has to stand next to the bunny. It's not that the bunny kind of lures the enemies in if it is closer towards the enemies, because the enemies will always go towards you, but if they are in the range of the bunny, they go towards the bunny. So always stand further away from the enemies, but also put the bunny closer to the enemies as well. Interesting thing to note here. And also put as much health on the bunny as possible. so I can stay there and keep them distracted. And then you can use like other long-range characters or whatever. In this case, a bow attacks are pretty decent. They don't scale as well. I was looking into the wiki for damage numbers for Amber and Fischl, and the difference in terms of it, like if you level this character up to the maximum, and this one too, like 90 in this case, something that most people don't even do, but you end up with a base attack of 223, I think, 220-ish something, whereas Fischl gets 240 something, I believe. So the base attack is also a little bit higher on Fischl than it is on Amber. So if you go for a purely damage related kind of build, do this, because Amber is a more defense kind of archer, which if you think about the whole idea of archerism, whatever, being away from the enemies and not getting hit at all, because and if you don't get hit, you don't need defense. Yeah, that's just it. But yeah, right, nice synergy with the whole explosive puppy kind of thing, because it can be used as a decoy and then just arch away at them. And also a nice thingy, because you don't need to charge a weapon all the time. I think it's more useful to just attack them sometimes, but then you have to get closer towards the enemy again to get them into auto range. Or maybe I just have to activate the sniper mode permanently, whatever. But I just like auto range. It makes things much easier. So, yeah, back to the whole Albedo ordeal. What about his other skill here? This one. Under Albedo's command, Geocrystal Surge and burst forth. It's basically just some AoE kind of thingy. In front of him, if a solar isotoma created by Albedo himself is on the field, 7 fatal blossoms will be generated in the solar isotoma field. So it's not just 1, but 7. I don't know. It says, no, wait a minute. 7 blossoms will be generated in the solar isotoma. That's okay. Interesting. 7 blossoms. That's a lot. Bursting violently into bloom and dealing AoE bonus damage. Tectonic, well, not just damage. Tectonic tie damage and fatal blossom damage will not generate transient blossoms, so they don't interact with each other. It's like you get 7 of those blossoms and that's it. Yeah, 72% each for the fatal blossom. But yeah, I just don't know where those fatal blossoms are supposed to be, right? But they can generate 7 of them. In the field. So 7 enemies is the maximum that you can hit with it, and it also has a little bit of a reach to those blossoms, so maybe a bit more. But for most of the time, you don't really fight that many enemies. So elemental burst thingy, the initial 300%, and then of course you have energy cost of 40, which is really low, and of course the cooldown 12 seconds, which is also really low. And that's why I like this character. He can be used for spellcrafting purposes and whatever. Calcite stuff, okay, after the first ascension I get this pretty easily. Generated by blossoms generated by a biogenesis deal 25% more damage to opponents whose health is below 50%. So that's pretty decent. That's pretty sweet. In general, it's like a bonus of 12.5%. Like, if you go with 0 at the first 50% and 25 at the last, you average it out. It's like that much. Using Rite of Progenitor, Tectonic Tides increase the elemental mastery of nearby party members by 125 for 10 seconds. Okay, if you use the ultimate for 10 seconds and then you have like 2 seconds of downtime, that's pretty sweet. So yeah, you do use it as some kind of a buff character. Very interesting. When Albedo crafts weapons, this is the interesting part. Crafts weapon ascension materials, he has a 10% chance to receive double the product. The wording on this is really iffy, right? 10% chance to receive double the product. So let's say you craft 10 items, 10 essential materials, and and one of them will be a duplicate. That means instead of 10 essential materials, you end up with 11. This is it. Like, in another wording, it means you get 10% more essential materials. But you can't just have 10% of one material. This is why you have to end up with it, double the items with it. Because otherwise you can't have half of an item. It's just a way for the game to make sense in itself. Because otherwise you would end up with the different parts of an item, then you have to fuse them together as well. It's like, and then you don't even know how many parts there are. It's like really weird. But yeah, 10% more, or like sometime to get an additional thingy. So, yeah, that was that. And of course, there are Sucrose's abilities. And actually, I like her ability too. The cooldown is really high, which is a little bit annoying. But you can have 2 of these at the same time. Yeah, I actually wanted to get those thingies here. And I also did some party setup on this. Party setup is really neat, and I have a good range of characters now that I can flip or switch between setups. The naming is really important, right? Party 1. Okay, I don't even know what the main party should be, but the B team, right? That's cool because. Yeah, B team. Because Albedo will not be in the B team, he will be the A team. Then we have Firepower. This one is just there for synergy reasons, actually. I haven't even tested this out if it works or not, because of those bonus for flame damage, right? Affected by crowd for 40% less. Yeah, that's neat. But the increased attack by 25% is pretty cool. And also the fact that you have higher movement speed and shortened skill cooldowns with double the air in there. That's pretty cool. So you can spam with them all the time you want. And they also boost your damage it a little bit. I try to have at least 2 of those thingies in synergy all the time. Same thing for this one. Like, I thought, okay, first and foremost, I don't really have that many lightning characters. I have 2. That's it. Same for Earth, really. The main character, no. Yeah, the main character will remain in his air form for now. Because I have 2 rock characters. One of them is Noel, the other one is Albedo. So yeah, we end up with this constellation. And actually one that I would say I play with more often than not. Anyway, when protected by a shield, increases attack damage by 15%. You can use it with fire characters as well. So you would end up with 25% bonus attack damage or whatever, together with the shield bonus. So you end up with bonus 40%, which is pretty sweet. High voltage, didn't really look through that, but anyway, affected by hydro for 40% less time. Why is hydro somehow, like, you would actually get shocked? Anyway, superconduct, overloaded, and electrocharge have a 10% chance to generate an electro-elemental particle. This one here, I didn't really think through. The cooldown of this for the additional particle is 5 seconds. I did not really think this through, because in order to use superconduct, you need an ice character. In order to use overload, you need a fire character. And in order to, yeah, I think this is just it. Superconduct and overload. And electrocharged. Okay. Let's forget about the first 2. Superconduct and overload deal additional damage, but electrocharge basically just puts additional charges on the enemy, which is like the burning effect on fire. Have a 100% chance to generate an electro elemental. In itself, it's already useful, but when you can use its interaction abilities here, superconduct and overloaded, that would be even better. I would say that these 2 would be a great fit with an ice and a fire character. So you get additional particles or whatnot. But the thing is, the bonus you get from this is not that high, right? It basically secures your ultimate usability. That's also something to keep in mind. So what else we got in here? There's winds, there's ice. Yeah, increases crit against enemies that are affected by frozen or cryo, so they don't even need to be frozen in place. That's pretty sweet. Crit rate is also pretty neat, and one of those multiplicative values. All of them are multiplicative, kind of, as long as they're not the same. And it's also really interesting how the damage, and don't know, like, the name gives it away. I don't know what to do with this team. I just put them in there because there are 2 synergies, and that's it. Yeah, let's just focus on yeah, maybe the 18, because that is actually pretty, yeah, a fire and this kind of character, but More earth would be more better. Because, on a side note there, it is possible to farm thingies better. Damn it, I wanted to get this thing. It is possible to farm ore, like iron ore or other ore pretty easily. If you just do a drop down attack, it's really, really fast, but even faster than this. There you go. And now I have to wait until her abilities are ready again. So if there are an awful lot of those so neat. Yeah, what was I? If there are a lot of those dandelions close together, you can use this field and everything is fine. But if there's a little bit of a distance between the two, like this one here, you would actually end up with maybe... Let's see if I can get two of them. There we go. Because this thing charges up really slowly. It's more like a... Bollocks, I don't want to talk to you. See ya, kiddo? I want that dandelion. There we go. Much better. And also there was some stuff to investigate. There we go. So, yeah. Back to the other party. Main one. Deploy. Bam. So, you can actually just level up the characters in this menu here, but I don't know. It's weird. And also, this here happened, right? This is really cool, by the way. Really, really cool. You can get the rewards from Ascension. And if you try to, if you hit the first, the third, you don't get anything for the last Ascension. But every second Ascension from the right, or every uneven Ascension gives you a Ascension reward with a bonus wish. So this one, and this one, and this one. Every in-betweeny thingy doesn't give you anything. It's just nice to have. But yeah, I don't like those exclamation marks because they tell me that there are stuff not claimed yet. There, okay, I can't get this one. So let's get all of the things for him. And I can even ascend him, which is also something I have to do. Multiple times, I think. No, this one I have to craft because either I have to craft it or I have to get it from a 60 plus cryo Regis vine, and I haven't fought a 50 plus cryo Regis vine yet, only some previous ones. The good part about it though is that I have an awful lot of those shards lying around. And yeah, wait a minute. How do you get low level Ascension material? Let's say you want to level up a normal character, right? This one here, from the first to the second version. Where do you get this? Drop by cryo Regis vines. Oh, any cryo Regis vine. Okay. I have to check this. If you get different kinds of upgrade materials all the time, because this one, okay, this one here is special. But this one here you get from 40 plus cryo Regis vines. But I don't know if I get this one too. It doesn't really say anything, just that you need it, not how much you have in your inventory for some reason. That's weird. Anyway, Ascension can be done with this dude as well. And also, of course, the main character can claim his rewards. And also can be upgraded once, twice. Nice. I can ascend him to level 60. That is sweet. And of course, I like the electro hypostasis that much that I did the Ascension very, very often. So yeah, let's start though with this. And this character here, I didn't really use him to get any experience. He was just in the team and was getting, yeah, the team experience. And I ended up with him being at level 13, right? Just like that. And friendship level 4, which is pretty high to begin with. That's pretty damn sweet. I don't know what those friendship levels mean or whatever, if you get any bonuses or whatnot, or if this is just like, I don't know, a nice number to have. The bad thing about him though is then I have to get those thingies here. to at least get him to 50 or something, I need those basalt pillars from a hypostasis. This is also really iffy. If you level up the world too high, let's say, then the enemies are getting too strong, and there's no way for you to use any low-level characters. They are only useful in their maximum state, which is a bit iffy, right? Because you can't really use a, let's say level 13 kind of character without any items on them. So, but yeah, let's just place stuff on there. And of course, I obtained a few items. I have just no idea what to place on him. Attack bonus is pretty decent. Yeah, wait a minute. I do have a nice idea what to place on him. It's just that I need defense for this. Main thingy has to be defense, and there is this one here, the Goblet of Ionotherm. That's the one, because there are different thingies you can get from the goblet. Some of them give you HP, some of them give you attack, some of them, like, there's an awful lot of stuff you can get from a goblet. But there were 2 special ones, or maybe 3. 2 of them are always the same. One of them is the flower, which always gives you HP, and the other one is the bonus attack from the feather. So those 2 are fixed, and then you can mix and match between hat, goblet, and hourglass. I just want to have an item combo. Yeah. The Braveheart. That's nice. Increases damage by 30% against enemies with more than 50% health. Okay. That's a fight starter thingy. And it's sadly the only one that gives you... No, not the only one. This one has attack on it. And this one has attack, defense on it, not attack. So I can switch between this one on this one, depending on my playstyle. Energy recharge plus 20% using an elemental burst regenerates it's nice, but the set effect on it is not increasing the damage, not necessarily. It can be used to use the ultimate much more, but I would rather go for something like this for the Berserker set. Like, crit rate goes up, and when HP is below 70%, which is sometimes annoying, right? Because I don't always have less than 70% health. Sometimes I'm a little bit more than that. This is the iffy bit. You always have to stay under that threshold, and if you do, everything is fine. If you don't, then you're screwed. So yeah, what was I? The Braveheart. How many Bravehearts do I have? And is it called the Braveheart or just Braveheart? I got one No, wait a minute. I go for... I have to look if I have more Braveheart items in there. Just looking. So, one of them is an hourglass. This is luck. This is not Braveheart. Is there Braveheart in there? I got one Braveheart. Okay. But I would like to have those 4-star items in there at least. Looks like I'm going for the Exile set on this one. Increase elemental mastery by... Oh, yeah. Increase charge attack. Okay, I don't use charge attack if the character uses a bow or catalyst. No, I'm not doing this. Increases normal attack and charge attack damage by Elemental skill increases normal by so and so much. Good. That's a pretty good one. Martial artist. But yeah, it looks like I'm rather going for the Scholar set. But the strange thing is that the Scholar and the Exile seem to have the same effect, kind of, right? Like this one, using an elemental burst regenerates 2 energy for all party members. That's nice. Gaining elemental particles or orbs gives free energy to all party members who have it. But okay, this one also gets energy back, but only for specific ones. Then of course you have the instructor. Do I have the is this? No, this is the Scholar. Damn it. I thought I had the instructor feather somewhere. So I don't have the instructor feather yet. Okay, and I also don't have instructor... Yeah, I have the instructor teacup. That's neat. But no. What I could do, though, is I could combine both of them, because I'm not really interested in the 4-piece set on this one. I'm more interested in the 2-piece set effect on some. Like this one here. Energy recharge plus 20%. Yeah. That's good. I use the Exile and the Scholar at the same time. Let's see if I can fit this somehow. Like this one can be the Exile. This one can be both. And this one also can be both. Okay. And then, of course, we got this. I got really lucky by getting like this one from, I don't know, some enemy or whatnot. The Exile, but this one in a better version. Yeah, wait a minute. I have to read its details because I think I don't have the circlet of that yet. As a child, the exile lived in a noble house. His childhood was a carefree, and his playground was a palace built with silver. In the times of old, the circlet of his father was a symbol of gentility and nobility. However, years later, a family feud painted the collapsing palace blood red. The circlet became the evidence of the exile's crime and has been with the exile ever since. Nice one, nice one, nice one. And of course, there's also the scholar. So I can basically mix and manage as much as I want. But sometimes one could also just go for the tiara, depending on what annoying effect you are always under. Or this one. Oh, yes. What do we got on this one? We got attack, we got healing bonus, and we got HP. But this one has a bonus in crit damage. And it's always good to even out your bonuses and damage. So you have your base attack. You got your bonus percentage attack. This is multiplicative. So base attack value is always the same. Just different on different characters, but in the end you start with some value. Then you increase it with a percentage, which is multiplicative. The attack percentage, like this one. And then on top of that, you have a crit chance, which is also multiplicative. On top of that, you have crit damage, which starts at 50%. Bonus damage, but you can make this go higher with additional values. So let's but in order to even this out, right, you have to have at least 50% crit and then get higher crit damage. But yeah, the higher the numbers, the better always, right? So in effect, what you need to do is, because all of this is multiplicative, try to get an even amount on attack, on crit damage, and then comes the interesting bit. There's also an elemental corresponding damage type. Like sometimes you can have bonus geo damage. I don't know, maybe it was the hourglass. Which one was it? No, this one was just energy recharge. HP again. There is something in here that has bonus elemental damage. I don't know. There we go. Cryo damage. If you deal cryo damage kind of attacks, then this gets multiplied on top, right? And this is what increases the damage by a ton, right? But this one may also exist in a physical form. Or just in defense, depending on what your character needs, right? So what could I filter here? I could filter, there's sadly no number on there. Yeah, there's Geo, there's Anemo, Hydro, there's Cryo and Electro. And of course, Pyro. Oh, and physical damage bonus. There we go. There is physical. So if you only use your character most of the time as a Slayer thingy and forget kind of, well, you just use the abilities interspersed in between to trigger things, then physical damage bonus might be the best. And also, just because of the simple reason that physical attacks can always be used, whereas the special abilities can't. That's just, so you have a main character which is physical in nature, like a swordsman or maybe even an archer. And then you have the rest of your team which triggers effects, basically. Alright, so back to the whole idea of the... Let's get rid of this. Now I need all of them. So, I want. First of all, let's just pick the items before we do anything. The whole energy recharge thingy would be cool. But increases elemental mastery is also pretty neat because of the interaction. But I don't interact with Earth that much. Like this would be a really good piece on an Electro character because they use either fire or ice to trigger things. And there's actually not that... Yeah, there's Pyro. There are not that many other elements in this game. Anemo maybe as well, because of the swirl ability. But Electro has a nice otherwise being useful too. So now what was I? But this one would just improve your shielding, I would say. Energy recharge plus 20%. Yeah, that would make things really interesting. Let's see. Which one of those should I get? Should I get the attack plus 3.7? Okay, let's just equip everything real quick. So I get the good effects. Wasn't there another energy recharge thingy in here? I don't know. Energy recharge. There. So now everything is sorted with energy recharge. Let's see what we got. This one has energy recharge in its properties, but what I'm trying to get to is not just the properties, but just the set effect itself. Yeah, this one has energy recharge as a set effect, but I thought I had a different one somewhere. But no. But these are the... and the doctor, of course. I just love the doctor set. I don't know why. It's just really nice. The problem about the doctor set is that defense does not kill enemies quick enough. What you want is efficiency. And this is something that you only get with offensive builds, sadly. Alright, yeah. Energy recharge. Let's get this one done. So we got the flower. Depending on the situation, I should just get this one instead, because this one ups my defense by a flat amount. I don't know if that's good or not. The bonus flat amount might be good, or the other one might be good. Bollocks, I have to check that. Anyway, so this one here is out of the question pretty much, because this will be the exile. Which one are we going for? I'm going for a higher defense build on him, just so I can use his abilities and and have him more beneficial. So let's do that. Yeah, equip. Using an elemental burst regenerates 2 energy for all party members, excluding the wearer. Now the question is, should I take this or not? Because the exile set is pretty much finished. And the scholar set, yeah, except for the scholar set. This one needs the higher tier kind of item, but I can just get the scholar for everything else. Gaining elemental particles or orbs gives free energy to all party members who have a bow. No, okay, we're not going for the scholar. It's nice, has crit damage on it, but no. Of course, this one has healing bonus on it. Okay, now comes the interesting bit. If I... yeah, now comes the interesting bit. Which one could I go for? I could really get the bonus crit damage on this one though. Bonus crit is always cool. So let's just focus on the first part of it. I wanted to have him as a energy dispenser, right? To energy for all, every 2 seconds for 6 seconds. This effect cannot... Okay, the fact that it cannot stack is a bit iffy. So let's just go for the energy recharge plus 20%. In this case it's a plus 40%. So, or maybe I could just get the crit rate on him, because crit rate is always sweet. Let's just take this one here. Equip the scholar. So we have the flower here. I don't know what to do here, but I have a fixed one there. Because I don't need too high crit values. Oh no, wait a minute, this was the first one. Attack and defense plus a flat amount. And what could we do with this one here? I want bonus defense on it, right? So I have to switch the goblet from Amber onto him, because there are no other... Yeah, there are no other useful goblets on here. Yeah, maybe only attack percentage, but whatever. I want the defense. Defense is cool. So let's equip the goblet on him. Confirm. And Amber needs a different goblet now. Too bad. Which one could Amber get? Like HP for the bunny? Nah, attack probably. Yeah. Doesn't really matter which goblet. What's this one? Attack plus 80% if the wielder of this artifact set uses a sword or claymore. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. The problem is the Gladiators Finale set thingy is one that I only have like one item of. The singular items in this game, they are really iffy. Yeah, martial artist. Didn't I have like another item for them? Yeah, I have this one. And this one increases the normal or charged attack damage by 15% again. Whoo. Really interesting. So let's just try to use its normal effects maybe. So yeah, the second part of it is a bit iffy but useful. Crit rate 12%. Which one could I go for? Wanderer's Troop? No. I wanted to use... Yeah, this one is out of question. This one is the eye part. This one has to be the Scholar's Quill on there, right? Yeah, and it's only attack that I get, so nothing really changes that much. Oh, and it also has a defense on there. Nice, nice, nice. I just have to do something against the HP on there too. Oh, crit damage 4 points. Okay, I could exchange some other items, I think. But wait a minute. This one changes between either the Scholar or the Exile. Oh, nice. This one has defense and crit damage bonus. Nice. Okay, let's take this on the Exile here. So where else would I get Scholars? Yeah, this is the only other Scholar item. I don't have a Scholar thingy for... No, this is the Scholar, wasn't it? Yeah, wait a minute. Attack. Okay, both of them have defense, but this one has attack. So this will be an iffy one. Let's go back to the Scholar again. It's weird that the Scholar has a flower thingy in here, but here you always have an ink part, like it's white with additional ink spots. This one here, okay, it's maybe like purple, but whatever. So the goblet is there. This piece is there. This one is still... Wait a minute. This is the Scholar. This is the Scholar. This will be the Exile. Yeah, number 1 Exile and number 2 Exile equip. Alright. Now when it comes to items, we have a good decent-ish set effect that I don't know if this would even work or not, but nice to have. Let's see what happens if you try to use it. But energy recharge, and then you can use the ultimate all the time. So that's at least the general idea. What about the thingies here? Crit damage is up by a bonus 12.8%. I thought that your crit would... it's plus 12.8% on artifacts, but the attributes in general, there we go. These are your real numbers, and the other one is just from your items. So crit damage is at 97% on him. Crit rate is at 10%, so I would need more crit rate on him. Yeah, I would definitely need more crit rate. Like the defense comes on its own. Basically the same amount for from the items, but I need more crit rate in order to use the crit damage. So where would I get crit rate on him? Crit rate in this situation is this. But only when his HP is above 90%. I don't know if his HP is above 90%. It is not. And this is where the interesting bit comes into play. This is why I was doing some food thingies in there. Let's see. Let's there we go. We already have like a 10%-ish crit on him, and now we have more. There, wait a minute, where are the attributes? Attributes are in here, and crit rate is now at 38%. So the problem is this one only works once the character is above 90%. The crit rate increases if you stack this item, but it's a... And also this item is only a 3-star instead of a 4-star weapon. Yeah, crit hits have 60% chance to generate a small amount of energy particles. It's interesting, there seems to be a common theme here. Which will regenerate 6 energy for the character. Can only occur once every 12 seconds. Yeah, but this one has no crit ability. This one has again, bonus crit damage. This is why it is at 90. Okay, so maybe I should not focus on crit damage. Maybe I should focus on crit rate on the item. And this one, for in another instance, has the bonus damage, physical bonus damage. This is why this weapon is so good. And it also gives you bonus attack. So this is like a buff on two fronts, really. Another energy recharge. That's nice. But this one benefits from crit hits, but it doesn't really benefit on its own. That's the iffy bit. Where are the other ones? Yeah, this one here. Increases damage against hydro enemies. This is something that does not happen all the time. Using elemental burst grants an 18% increase in attack and movement speed. So this is an 18% boost. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet, pretty sweet. And also real nice synergy on its own. But yeah, let's hope that I can make this weapon be useful here. The issue with this, right, is that this one is already at level 60 and this one is also at level 60. But the base damage, look at the difference. This one is at 260 and this one is at 360. Of course, the base damage on this one is lower, right? But this one here, the increase, a 10 level increase from a 50 to 60 is a bonus in roughly 50 attack. That's not much. But a star increase, rarity, whatever, tier increase from a 3 to a 4 star is 100 attack. At least if this is here the same one. And it might be even more extreme once you hit higher levels on it. That's just the iffy bit. Can I enhance this thing and maybe even... Nah. Okay, for this to be useful, I need to craft one of those 4-star item thingies. And then I would not even end up with a good item to begin with. That's really iffy. So if you have a choice, a chance to, well, yeah, get higher tier items for a certain character, just do this. Oh, this one also boosts your defense. So, maybe I shouldn't get the crit damage. Maybe I should take this one here instead. Yeah, you know what? Let's switch this. Let's give this character here the main sword. And he... The thing... it's just the thing. Having higher defense values is nice and all. Physical damage bonus is also pretty decent. The problem is that the crit rate, right? For Kaya, the crit is kind of on... I don't know if I have the right constellation for Kaya. No, I don't. But you need the first one and you get like a bonus 15% already, just if you freeze them every now and then. But for him, for Albedo, the crit... I need the crit. That's what I need. I need the crit on him in order to make him more useful. So he is a nice energy dispenser, but what I would rather see on him is just bonus crit rate. In this case, your health has to be lower than 70% in order to be used. Nice. But this is just the iffy bit. That's the iffy bit. Do I really want to have another berserker in here again? It's really iffy, always having the same set. But at least the berserker one is one of the few, not one of them that always works, that has... Okay, this one, for example, does not have higher berserker gear in there. That's iffy. Iffy. Alright, but let's forget about the berserker set. I don't even have that many berserker items up there. I have a scholar and I have the exile. I should just utilize them for maximum return. Let's do this. Let's just have him as an energy dispenser. He will be a supporter. He can give me all of the energy that I need. Let's enhance this thing. Auto add, of course, everything that we can on it. Oh, it takes ages until this thing levels up. Ay. Sweet. There we go. We got a new effect. Which one is it? Oh, bonus def. Oh, yes. We are definitely going to keep this setup. Like a flat amount of defense and a... Okay, no. 1-star consumables have been found. There we go. Looks like I'm bound to using up all of my... And we got attribute number, whatnot. Okay, we got a nice crit rate bonus. That's needy. It doesn't need to be extremely high. I don't need 100%, right? The idea is to even out the bonus numbers, like attack, crit rate, crit damage, and physical damage, to be roughly the same, so that we are not, well, dependent on one particular kind of stat. There we go. Oh, this one sucks up so bloody many items. Oh, look at all of those tiaras. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, now I have to sacrifice 3-star items in order to level this up. What happened? Wait a minute. Don't I have some... How would you usually do this? Look at that. This is amazing. Wouldn't you just use like... you need items in order to boost this, because otherwise it won't be working that well. Ah, shit. I didn't think of it that much. That's confirmed. So, did not think about it. I did not think about it. That you need star material. Huh. I thought you would be able to use those crystals, but you can't. Okay. I definitely need to use the doctor set or some other 3-star thingy. Okay. The iffy bit about this, I could also use 4-star items, but no, 4-star items will not be used. Look at all of those instructors. Oh shit, I really have to be careful not to accidentally get the wrong one, because I can have thousands of those berserker items here. The problem is just getting the right one in there. That's the iffy bit. How do you get the right one in there? And also this one. Ooh, the Sojourner. The Sojourner is one that I thought of getting. Increased charge attack crit rate by 30% and bonus attack. This is actually a pretty decent one. So yeah, the Sojourner. Let's just some of those items that I don't have a lot of, I think I should put in a lock, just in case. Just in case. Bollocks, I can't do that. Not what I wanted though. But yeah, Sojourner. No, I have to do this one. The Braveheart, Sojourner, only 11. There we go. All of those will be under a lock, just in case. Yeah, don't show this again, come on. Could I just hit L? That would be sweet. Nope. L for lock does not work. And the thing is... Oh! Geo damage bonus! Oh, that's a good one to pick. That's an absolutely good one to pick. This one has geo damage bonus. I'm amazed. Okay, I was like, yeah, okay, let's just keep this because it has a nice set effect. Oh shit! And now I even see this. So the goblet has the bonus percentage when it comes to that. The headpiece also has nice bonuses, but I just don't know which one. But this one has nice defense on there at least, and also crit rate. Looks like that Sojourner is the one. And then I have to always use his charged attack for the improved 30% critical. Only problem about this is that you're using up too much stamina. But yeah, let's... I'm kind of annoyed by this right now, but okay. I use the... resolution. Yeah, Sojourner is in there. Berserk Martial Artist. This one will also be one of those lock ones. So, I'm just going through sets where I don't have that much of. Just... Like, look at this. All of them are attack, attack, attack. One of those goblets sometimes has bonus so much... Okay, so the hourglass is also not that useful. What about the headpiece? Attack, attack, HP, 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 attack, attack, defense, HP, attack, crit damage. There you go. There's a special one. Let's keep this one. Actually, why don't I just... Nope. You can't filter in this manner. That's iffy. You can only filter this way. Animal damage bonus. Yeah, there we go. Hydro damage bonus. Physical damage bonus. And defense. Yeah. You do get attack and defense all the time. That's not that big of an issue. But the bonus damage. There's something that is first and foremost not just a bonus damage. But it's also element related. So maybe sometimes I might make use of this. This is just attack. This doesn't matter. One of those was special. The flower is always HP. This one has defense, attack, defense, elemental mastery, and energy recharge. So for the most part, right, if you just look at the numbers, you have attack, you got defense, and you got attack. What you don't have that much of is energy recharge and elemental mastery. That's interesting. And this one here... Okay, and this one is just attack. For some reason, it's just sorted in a really, really iffy way. But anyway, what about this one? It's just attack, energy recharge again. Attack. Yeah, I don't go for 4 stars now anyway. I keep them. So, the exile. I have a lot of those. That's the iffy bit. Like, I have to use up all of those 3-star items. One of those geo damage bonuses, nice. But the thing is, I tried to get... like yeah, this one is just attack and HP again. Elemental mastery, animal damage, geo damage. Almost everything in here is locked. The feathers, we don't care about the feathers. Healing bonus, nice. I just like healing bonus. That's why I keep this. Crit damage, we keep that. There seems to be an awfully high amount of geo healing stuff or whatever. Okay, what about this one? It's just health. Then we go for HP, defense. Elemental mastery. There we go. It's just another elemental mastery. Elemental mastery. And defense again. Elemental mastery. Okay, and back to the whole cryo damage situation. Yeah, this is just normal thingies. Crit damage again. Huh. I'm actually locking too many items in here. That's the thing. I could just farm them and... Ooh, crit rate. I only need a few of them. Not all of them have to have those bonuses. I'm like, okay, I'm actually getting rid of an awful lot of items. Lucky Dog, for example. This is nice. Because of this, you get a bonus of 100 defense. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is actually really cool. Like, oh, that is amazing, this thing. Maybe you can use it with a brave heart or something. This is just that. HP. Then you have crit damage. There we go. Maybe I can do something nice with it. Healing bonus. Let's keep that. I just like the Lucky Dog thingy. Why not? Bonus of that. HP. Nope. Elemental Mastery, Energy Recharge. That one special. That one too. That's why the main character doesn't deal that much damage at the moment. For some reason. Alright, the Scholar is a special one. Gladiator's Finale, that one will be locked. The Troop thingy, let's lock this too. Bloodstained Chivalry, that one is locked as well. What else we got? Prayers for Destiny, that's neat. This is the singular kind of thingy. That you only get... Yeah, and this one is dependent on the enemy that you fight. Like, if you fight a water enemy, you get the torrents thingy. If you fight anything else, you get anything else. But most of this is again attack, defense. I will just log all of the special values in there, and of course this one will be 4-star. Let's go for wisdom. That's the electric enemy. Crit damage, crit damage. For some reason there's an awful lot of number of crit damage in there. Healing bonus. So every time you fight them, you get at least one of those. Yeah, there is a high amount of crit damage on the headpiece. That's interesting. There seems to be... Yeah, it's fairly high even. Springtime, there we go. That's for the frost. Elemental mastery. Okay, crit damage again. Attack, defense, HP, healing bonus. Yeah. Crit damage again. Defense, crit damage again. Yeah, the headpiece seems to have an awful lot of crit damage. Crit and crit. So in this situation you would decide to either have one or the other headband. What else we got? Nothing in there, nothing in there. Scholar, Traveler, Adventurer. Do I use this? Actually, no. The whole set can just be flagged. It's nice to have additional 1000 health, but at some point 1000 additional health is just minuscule. I went through the exile already. The instructor, I also went through that. Martial artist, of course. Berserker. Yeah, the berserker. Because that one is special. Pyro bonus. Ooh, first time we got pyro, or maybe the second time even, but don't know. Let's just keep all of the physical. Geo and Geo again. That would make things even more interesting with a nice Geo character that could benefit from this kind of damage. I don't know which one, but there might be one. Okay. Defense attack, elemental mastery again. Okay, this one will all be the same. Now the crit rate. But actually you don't need crit rate on the berserker. You only need crit damage on the berserker, because crit rate is already well established with the set effect. Like if you have 4 of them, then the chances of you needing this crit rate to begin with is actually, well, like you end up with 36% crit anyway. That means every third hit is a crit. That is high enough. 50%, okay, like maybe from a weapon or whatever. No, wait a minute. Flowers are always the same. Defense, defense, defense. There we go. Elemental mastery. Energy recharge. Why on earth is it sorted in this strange fashion? Elemental mastery again, defense, defense. The thing is, I went through all of those, like I gathered all of those items, and for some reason I don't really use them. I don't really change them that much either. There we go. And of course the 4-star stuff just stays the way it is. I just don't do anything else with it. So wait a minute, did I forget about... Let's go with level instead, that would make much sense. Berserker, Braveheart is only 1, and Sojourner, the whole thing is just locked. Because of its interesting bonus, so and so much attack kind of effect. Alright, now I can focus on leveling up his artifacts, even if it may... Well, actually it's purple, that's good. Purple means good numbers, and good numbers are always gooder. Let's level up the... Wait a minute. Let's choose the one with the... This one is bonus defense. This is crit damage. This is defense. This is attack. This is HP. Yeah, this one can only be this kind of form, can it? And it's because this one has defense on it. Yeah. Because this one has bonus defense. What I need is higher crit rate somehow. This one has healing bonus. We don't go for healing bonus. This one can't be flipped at all. It's like attack or defense. I only have one of those feathers around. Yeah, and these two are fixed as well. Then I would basically fall down to a 3-star item, but the difference is just dramatic. It's absolutely dramatic. I would just need something to show that, really. Yeah, this one here. This one starts at 6.6. Okay, those are for some reason all different. This one has 4.7. Yeah. This is attack. This is also attack. So you get 1% bonus. In this case, it's 20% difference, right? Like from 5 to 6.3 is a 20-ish, maybe even more percentage boost. That means this one is 20% better, and a 5-star item would be even better than that, right? So in relation to the previous one at the same level, there is already a huge difference. And 20% is pretty high. So yeah, let's keep upgrading all of those items. Why not? Let's stay with the items. So, and boost our crit damage. I don't have those. Time to sacrifice some items on this one. Oh, look at the difference here. Crit damage goes from 13 to 17. And now to 20. Now to 25. And another one. 27. Looks like I am... And now 29. Okay. The magic 30% mark has been reached right now. I don't think that I should use up much more at the moment. Okay, let's keep it at that. And get them all at least to level 10. Let's make it even-ish, right? So, this one here, let's enhance this thing. There we go. Yeah, randomly upgrades one thingy, which is it? HP, of course. Oh, but HP gets doubled. That's interesting. So does the value always go up like that? Okay. I said only to level 10. So let's keep it as is. So I can even out the improvements in items. Because if you level up one item from, I don't know, like level 10 to 15, the improvement... Actually, I don't know if this is better than having 2 medium leveled items or whatever. That's just the iffy bit. I don't know the numbers that well that I could make this kind of a decision. But anyway. This one should be pretty decent now. Just a few more and we are good. There we go. 160 bonus on attack. Good. But actually, yeah, the attack is always important. This one is already at 12. This one is at 10. I do still have a few items. And the goblet. There we go. This was one of those that I wanted to max out. Just because this is such a nice synergy with his abilities and whatnot. But yeah, just because because also normal elemental attacks can crit, that means that crit is indifferent to the damage type. So it does not, in effect, it doesn't really matter if you have higher attack value percentage or higher defense percentage or higher elemental attack damage. Crit always applies. This is why crit is such a nice thing to have, no matter what kind of item you use. There we go. And why do I all of a sudden get 2 times the the level up for this. Oh yeah, and crit damage. Okay, because that one is cool. That's just weird. Like it's 7,500 something. And then I do this again, nothing happens. Then I do this again, nothing happens. At some point, it said you get twice the amount somehow. Maybe you need to write... there we go. 7,500 times 2 for some reason. Not anymore. Also not anymore. And let's get the last ones in there. Well, actually, no. Level 16 is the maximum for the purple items. Ah, now I run out of... Ooh, that's close. That's close. Do I really not have any other items? No, I do. Okay. So, which one is it this time? Is it health? No, it's attack. Oh, and it doubles. Oh, that is so sweet. Maybe if you're lucky, because it says randomly upgrades one of those, it either increases it by a factor of 2. That would be sweet. Because 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 mean... And all of them focusing on one particular bonus would be pretty sweet. I think this is not always the case. So... yeah, let's enhance this one. Because we always need attack. There we go. Let's see which one goes up. Is it crit damage? Nah, it's attack. From 4.7 to 7.9. So it's not a factor by 2. It's going up a graph something. Maybe you always get... what was it? 4.7. 5.2%. Don't think it's always 5.2%. Maybe it's... because this graph might be somewhat curved, whatever. Either having its highest point somewhere in the middle or whatever, but who knows. And there are the last ones. What do we get? Crit damage, yeah, 9.3%. This one will be the highest upgraded and maybe even most useful or useless, depending on the situation, kind of characters that I have. Just because of the fact that I have no idea what to put on him when it comes to set effects. I was just picking, well, yeah, purple items. And, ooh, there we go. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I was just basically picking purple items. And this one still has to be upgraded. For the fact that purple items have just higher numbers in general. And it, well, it's just better to have higher numbers in this game. Makes things much easier. But when it comes to a good synergy or a nice spread of the damaging values, then you would probably go for a blue set. And now I don't have anything else anymore. Perfect. That is just perfect. The rest is just locked. And I will keep it that way, just in case. So, that also means that all of the other characters here can't really benefit from these nice items. But on a side note, you only need so many characters. The iffy thing is, right? You can switch between characters, but what you cannot do is change their equipment on the fly. So you end up with like a main gear on your main team. And then what you have to do is basically flip them, right? Get another team, another party member, thingamajig, and then you flip it up a little bit, and you put all of the items from these characters onto another squad. The problem is this is just annoying. You can change the party pretty easily, like that. Then you can switch between this team and another team. But what you cannot do, for some reason, is switch between item layout number 1 and item layout number 2. That would be much cooler. So that you see the items not only equipped on one character, but on multiple ones. Let's see where I can... where this is most visible. Here, on the weapons in particular. You see this bow is equipped on Amber. And if I would switch to another team, then this bow would still be equipped on Amber. It would be best to have one bow equipped by multiple characters, as long as they are in different layouts, in different party setups. So let's say party setup 1, the bow is on Amber. Party setup 2, the same bow is on Fischl. So I don't need twice the same bow, just for convenience reasons. But the thing is, you cannot go into party setup like this and do this on the fly. You still have to wait a second, which is kind of restrictive, which also means there's no reason to switch well, on the fly. The on the fly switching is only between the 4 characters in one party, not between the parties themselves. So that would be a nice thing to have, one item being actually equipped by multiple characters, so you can at least benefit from one beneficial item setup, because items are rare and you sacrifice them in order to upgrade other items and so on and so forth. It's just... And she doesn't even have a goblet now anymore. Wait a minute, this one was a defense goblet. Actually, it doesn't really matter what goblet she will get, as long as it's a decent one. Yeah, you will have this one. And because this is a unique... Well, it's not a unique one, I just don't have the other set of that. It doesn't really matter which one she will end up having. And then there's K. K does decent damage just because he's a crit character, and crit has the magical benefit of always being good, no matter what. Yeah, she's still the doctor-ish. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, but look at this. All of her artifacts are not leveled up at all. I could use her, but I mostly switch between Kea and... Yeah, from now on I will probably use him for the damage. Now there's just one question. What do I do with this weapon? Because I kind of like the fact that it has crit damage bonus. I also, should I take this one or should I take this one? Like, physical damage bonus is pretty sweet. And this one also benefits my defense value for a maximum of 4 stacks, which would result in 20% bonus attack and defense. That's pretty sweet. This one here would only benefit my... Well, yeah, this one would just get me some energy in return, but I just... It's a nice item, but that is just it. On the other hand, if I don't get this one here, and I get this one on hit, has a 50% chance to deal 240% attack damage to a single opponent. The problem with this is in pure attack scale, and it does not happen that often. So this item would be pretty well placed on a character that has high high attack values. So, and this one here, the elemental orb collection, okay. Actually, if I put this on this dude here, I would benefit with defense. But defense does not just increase my damage, but I also get bonuses when it comes to orb collection. That is pretty neat. That is actually pretty decent. It improves my damage somewhat, and it also improves this here. When HP is above 90%, increases crit rate by so and so much. I just don't know what to do with this. Should I flip it and take this one instead, because the values are just so much better because of the base attack? Because the higher the base, the better the improvement that you can get from it. So let's say you have a 50% improvement on this, or let's just go for 100%, why not? Let's say that all of the values afterwards, like crit rate, crit damage, physical bonus damage, or whatever, result in effectively 100%. If they somehow happen to be calculated this way, right? So that would mean all of the rest on your equipment improves this damage by 2, basically, ending up in roughly 500 damage, whereas this one here would be 700 damage. That's a really high difference. It's just iffy. The numbers game in this game is just strange. Okay, crit rate, yeah, 40-something%. Crit damage is 100. Oh, I can't get out of this window again. Is this still not fixed yet? Okay, his crit damage is only at 80 and his crit rate is at 18%. Because he has to go down in order to go to the 30s somewhat. He has to go down in order to be good, and he has to go up in order to be good. That's just so mean. So he has he has to be always at 100% health. So somehow I need to make sure that he always heals. He has no healing ability, nothing. So the doctor's set would be pretty good on him. Like doctor set with, but you don't have a doctor set in this game, sadly. With a 4-star or 5-star even. That's the thing that I hate about it, because the set that that I seem to like the most, or the two sets actually, Lucky Dog and Doctors, are the ones that I can't get better versions of. That is so annoying. That is just so annoying. It's all the time, right? I kind of there's one really niche kind of item set that I seem to like really well, and it can't be better every time. Not just in Genshin Impact, but maybe also some other kind of games. That's just League of Legends, for example. There's a really nice playstyle with a certain ability, but this one just scales like shit. Same thing. Anyway. Yeah, let's just keep this and switch it on the fly, maybe. I do have an awfully... I could refine it, at least, to improve its damage a bit. What about this one? What does it need? Yeah, this one needs those bowl thingamajiggies, but I do have a few of them, so I might just be able to level this up, whatever. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't want to switch it. I want to enhance it. Refine it. And no, I don't have a second version of that. Too bad. Let's just quickly go back. This is a, well, yeah, this will be a kind of character improvement session thingy. So let's see. I'd like something made. Prototype Rancor. Yeah, you need this ingredient in order to make it work. I don't have that. What I could do for this is get the Claymore at least. But the Claymore is just... Blah. It's a nice 4-star-ish kind of item, but that's just it. It's nice to have, but not really necessary. Oh boy. Oh, bollocks. How much time do we have? 8 hours to do the challenge. Alright. Why do I talk to her? No, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk with the crafting guy here. Well, not the crafting guy, but the crafting bench. Much cooler. This Anemo resonance stone is so cool. You use it, and if there is an animalcule nearby, this thing will lead you towards it. That is so sweet. And then again, those upgrade stones, right? You can fuse the low ones into the higher grade ones, and so on and so forth. And look at this, 42. I love fighting this cryo Regis-Vine. It's so nice. The damage is amazing. Same thing goes for the electro thingy. Okay. The water enemy takes a little while because you always have to wait until the enemy spawns additional additional thingies, whatnot. And yeah, again, I have not yet found the geo thingies. I need to unlock the Dragon Spire in order to make Albedo actually useful. That's the thing. I put in really decent items on him. There we go. How many can I craft on this one? 4. Where... I don't need 4 of them. I just need 3. Let's craft and confirm. All right. Let's look into this real quick. No, not switch. Enhance. Yeah, this one needs the teeth thingamajig. And what about... What about this one? What does that need? I can't enhance it yet. I have to level this up though. Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. Oh, Oh, that's actually really interesting. Oh, the better it gets, the better it gets. I don't have another Favonius sword though. Okay, this one changes in terms of percentages by 10% on the chance. So this is like 1 is 60, 2 is 70, 3 is 80, 4 is 90, and 5 is 100%. Yeah, what is it? 5, 6. No, wait a minute. Rank 1, rank 2, 270, 380, 490. Yeah, and 5 is at 100%. And this one might just be 2.5 seconds at the end, is it? Because it gets reduced 4 times by 1.5 seconds. That starts at 12, so it's a reduction 1.5 times 6 seconds. So 6 seconds is the lowest it can get, which is pretty decent. I just can't refine it though. Anyway, let's see. Let's enhance this thing here because we can. Oi, oi, oi. Let's ascend this thing. Rearmed and reforged. Oh, yeah. Oi, 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 oi. Okay, auto add, of course. This is... I don't know if I should take just the 1 stars in there. Makes kind of like no sense. But okay, at least we can... Because this sword is still pretty decent. Let's just put all of the low tier stuff in it. Okay, 1 star done. What is this? Ascension. This is how you can look at this. Interesting. What is that? Mistgrass Wink. Okay, from level 60 plus Sissin characters. Yeah, look at this. Not even a single level up for this stuff. Because the most level up you get from this is if you utilize the ores, the crystals. There we go. Finally, that took ages. So, come on. I don't know if I've logged all of the other items yet. Just for security reasons. I don't want to go to the 3-star ones yet. Okay. But I might just be done with it. There we go. There we go. Oh, whoa! Oi, 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 that's a lot. Let's confirm that. Okay, this one needs adventure rank 40. That's pretty good. Look at the difference. Look at the difference on this one. Let's enhance. Oh yeah, wait. I need the purple tooth. I do 2 of them. Purple tooth, purple tooth, purple there. Craft. It's nice that you get the little text telling you that, oh yeah, something that you do will make you less off, worse off, whatever. Let's enhance this thing. I see. Yeah. Okay, we can't do auto. Oh, okay. This is one way of doing the auto add with the singular thingies. Let's just enhance that. So, 2 stars. We got 6 of them. Almost. And for that, we are going to hit this a bunch of times because I've made tons of them. There we go. And look at the difference in numbers. It's absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. 429 attack bonus, and this one has 309. The only very interesting. The only real difference here that might turn it around is the fact that the crit damage on this weapon is at 38%. This is higher, the second value here, much higher than the physical damage bonus. The problem about the crit damage though is that crit damage does not get applied like that, because you don't get 100% of this damage here. What I mean by this is like, if this counts as 38%, then you only get this 38% if you crit. Therefore, it is dependent on another value. Therefore, the higher the crit, the better the crit damage, the more of the crit damage you can use. So if I know I'm roughly around the 40 something crit rate, so that means, let's say half of this can be used. So it's 20% roughly. We are going from 40 to that, so roughly 20%, which means the physical damage bonus would still be better when it comes to all of that. But yeah, I can just flip around the swords if I need to. So let's keep it like that, and be amazed by the damage that we do or will not do, depending on the situation. Yeah, the attack value of this one is at 600 at the moment, and he is not even at level 50 yet. That's interesting. Let's level him up. That's weird. What did I do to level this up? I have tons of these. Oh. Okay. Can't go higher than that. There is a way to do this most efficiently with a specific kind of stuff. Unlock new talent, calcite mine. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Too bad we can't click on it though. But okay. Let's level him up even further. Don't I still have that multi-clicker thingy? Nah, the multi-clicker only works with F, doesn't it? Oh, 40. Okay. Okay, almost done. Oh. So it looks like the battle pass will get triggered just because of my level ups. Nice. And now we are at... No, the numbers don't look that much different to me. He only has 500 difference, 500 defense, but 1000 attack because we... Whoa, but elemental mastery is much higher. By accident, I believe. Anyway, but his damage value is still not at 1000. Let's see, can we ascend him yet? No. In order to ascend the dude, we need to get the geo hypostasis somewhere. And 2 of those. With a bit of luck, I can do this. Let's claim this thing. Nice. With a little bit of luck, I can do this. But I can definitely ascend him, though. Look at this. Bam. Ascended. It's so annoying that it's... okay, I can't ascend her because I need the fire thingy for this. I can definitely ascend her now. So, now what about the level up here? Like, look at the difference. Huh. Yeah, her damage is like absolutely, really, really, really low. Ah, shit. Okay. Yeah, what thing was it? No, it's not it's not this kind of multi-clicker. It just hits F a bunch of times. Bollocks. Does not work like that. Does not work like that. Come on. The key here is to press the left mouse button with 2 fingers at the same time. So. Alright. Can we ascend the dude? We can't. Okay. But I could. I definitely could. If I could make 3 of those. If I could make 3 of these. There we go. Why? Why must KRB still be the good one? That is annoying. This is what I mean by this. Like, if you have one really decent character, it takes an awful lot of time until someone else is good enough to get in their place. Not cool. So not cool. Oh, wait a minute. We can also get some reward from her. Ah, so annoying. Okay, let's level him up. So, how many times do I have to do this? Only 10 times. That might be decent. Okay, come on. Like, instead of putting the items onto the character, it should be in order to get the levels. It should be just pick how many levels you want to level up, and then the corresponding amount will be subtracted. That would make things so much better. It's just, it's annoying. Come on. It should be the other way around. How many levels do you want? Okay, you need this many. Do you want to spend that many? Yes. Okay. Thank goodness I have that amount of Mora on me. Look at these. I think I can level them up even further, but no, I need the adventurer rank for this. Unbelievable. Unbloody believable. He's still one of the best ones. I just don't get it. It's so mean. It's so mean. Oh, wait a minute. And this dude is still kind of lagging behind. Let's level him up though, because we can. It's the main character. We should not forget about this one. Come on. Let's get all of the levels higher, like, and then I can do some grinding in the background, and then continue with the story or whatnot. Or actually, no. I want to continue with the hypostasis thingy. I still have to finish that. Spiral Abyss, I also have to check. I don't even know how much damage I can do there. Come on. Nice thing about the Spiral Abyss, though, is that you go through it multiple times. There we go. Let's ascend him again. All of those ascension materials. And then I don't have any Mora anymore. Unbelievable. So, grinding for Mora. Okay, you shouldn't grind for Mora, though. You should grind for those upgrade materials here. Oh, that is annoying. Why do I have to click on it? And why is there not even a 5-star pamphlet for this experience? That's the thing, right? You just use lower tier experience pamphlets for this. Come on. But they can't be fused into better versions where you don't need that many of them. There we go. Like, there are different ways of doing this. One would be just extremely convenient. There we go. Let's take that. Good. Okay, his ascension is level dependent. Her ascension still has to be done. Let's see. With a bit of luck, I would have some more left to level up my main character. Ooh. Ooh. Not the main character, but Albedo. Jesus. Totally forgot about that. Albedo still needs some Mora afterwards. Oh, yeah. Like, you need millions and millions of Mora in order to make this work. 875. Yeah, I don't care about that. What? 80,000 Mora is required. How much Mora do I have? Quick question here. How much Mora do I have? But anyway, I can, I think, get this one. There we go. Nice. So, I can still do the domain challenges. That would be sweet. Daily commissions though as well. And then I can get the last wish for this month. That's neat. So, okay, still not maxed out yet, so I don't need to be that careful with it. Unbloody believable. But still, look at this. Her max health is at 8,000, his max health is at 13,000, and his max health is at 10,000. And the difference, I believe, is just that, well, wait a minute. This one has health on there. Okay, this one is leveled up to the max, so it should actually, he should have much higher health. That's weird. Definitely weird. Just because he's a defense kind of character, I believe. Whatever. So, back then, when it comes to damage, I would still say that, Kaya should dish out the damage because he's level 60. Jesus Christ. What am I gonna do with Albedo? I need this stuff. And in order to get this stuff, we have to do the hypostasis challenges. Well, I hope that you actually get some items as a return, like some drops, right? The other thingy might be this here. That thingy. Also, you get some hydro bonuses, a cryo set, which is pretty cool. The cryo set is actually pretty neat because it gives you bonus cryo damage percentage, which is nicely multiplicative. And the second thingy in here is that your crit rate goes up by 20%. And if the enemy is not just cryoed, but also frozen, you get an additional 20%. So this is a synergy build. Like if you have either some water nearby that you could use, or a character that can trigger the hydro effect, and then you can just freeze them. Then you have 40% crit like that. Boom. So you're not bound by any item sets or item stats anymore, and you can get around this with different weapons and the like. So you just offload your crit chance from your weapon onto the gear or the playstyle, and then you can focus on different bonuses, basically. Pretty neat. Don't even know how much damage it does. I should test this out. I don't want to do this with a hypostasis. I could do some dailies for the test, just in case. Or I could just explore this part here. Totally forgot about Liu, right? Well, actually no, it's not that I forgot about it, but anyway. Let's teleport here, because that's the thing. And yeah, we just do the challenges. We have to do the challenges, and we have to win those challenges. Too bad I have no idea if this character is any good in these challenges or not. Anywho, let's end this episode for now and continue, of course, with another one and the challenges and some actual gameplay in a second. Oh, wait, look at this. There's a chest. There is a chest. As soon as you see something interesting, mark it. That's the rule of the game. Mark it. Put a marker here, there. Everything will get marked. You get marked, and you get a marker. Everything gets a marker. Anyway, I wanted to quick save right now. And like and subscribe.